did Michael get back in? No. Oh, okay, good. Okay. All right. Oh, Bullet, I'm telling you, you got a paying gig, okay?
Well, I got, not really a paying gig. I got a lot of gigs.
Oh, I love that.
That's why I got,
Double.
I got a lot of them. I didn't flip it around.
Double, this is triple, well, this ain't even a triple shot. This is just busy.
Yeah, I'm doing this, then a podcast, and then doing 3 open mic / shows.
Oh,
so
Bullet.
Was that 5?
Well, I appreciate you like fitting like.
It's not a pentagon. Yeah. It's not a quadruple. It's whatever that is in between there.
It's like it's like 4 Dusty's booking sheets. They gave them to you at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they did.
They all perfectly. They all start within an hour of each other. But I gotta wrap this podcast. Wrap this up. Hurry up. Wait for the podcast. Wrap that. And then
so this gives you this kind of gets you in the starting gate.
Yeah, this gives me this is like doing 8s in improv. This is me warming up. You know,
this is if you screw up, what the heck? I got plenty more to do it again.
Well, that's kind of the philosophy on all those things that I'm doing. Yeah, because just because I'm doing all that stuff doesn't mean I'm good at any of it. I'm just doing a lot of stuff.
It just means you're busy.
Yeah,
Bullet.
Yeah, I love that. It might be reaching the bottom of the barrel.
Well, I'd rather be busy at. I'd rather be. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. I'd rather be no good at a lot of stuff than just sitting home. I guess. That's not quite a post on.
Well, I'll debate that. I'll debate that if that's a good thing or not. I'll let you know
after it's done. Okay.
After it's done, I'll let you know if that's the case.
Okay. Well, thank you for fitting me in. Okay.
I priority. Ladies and gentlemen, you know edition of Dad, you know work, you wrestle. You hear the claps, you know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, unbelievable. Me and you set the whole town of Georgia on fire. Bullet, what a great.
Did it make a difference because it rained so much? We put it out. We tried to put only us would try to commit arson on the weekend of a hurricane. You know. So.
Yeah. Well, that's just our luck. We was trying to burn down the state of Georgia, but it rained.
Yeah, the whole time.
What a great time, Bullet. Of course, we loaded up our crew. We took off down to Alma, Georgia. I can't say it right. All I know is it was packed, Bullet. Almost 2,000 people in his high school gym. What a great time, Bullet. Of course, I think personally you and Kevin Nash may have had maybe the best match. That's debatable. I know, Bullet, but I'm in a good mood. Okay, the gimmick tables did good. A lot of people there were spending. A lot of people there have never seen the Randy Orton pillows, so that's always a good thing. Or seat cushions, depending on your age. If you're old, you need a seat cushion. That's it. But what a great time, Bullet. We loaded up. What a great night. We did it. Just a great time. Of course, Nature Boy was there. Rock and Roll, Tommy Rich. Just a lot of great guys, Bullet, and Kevin Nash, of course, you. And we finished up, loaded up that ring, and headed up almost Noah Arkish through Columbia. I don't think personally I'd ever seen just so many cars just waterlogged. I mean, they just had to pull over.
Day 2 of the 40 days of rain.
Day 2 of we got
able to get out. We were able to get out, but if we would have stayed another couple days,
Bullet! Oh my gosh! I think we had 42 days of rain in like 2 days. Unbelievable. The wipers couldn't. The wipers are out there going. Whew. Yeah. That's what by the time we got back to Charlotte, wipers said enough. They tapped.
Yeah.
The wiper blades tapped, boy. Yeah. I'm just telling you right now. But we do, here at Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle Television, want to wish all of our prayers and just our thoughts to just that whole state. We both got a lot of friends down there, and it's just amazing that you, places, you see pictures and stuff of places we travel, we just take for granted, just the smallest roads. And
even interstates.
And Bullet, I say this with all the seriousness and love, one of the most spookiest pictures, I don't know if you saw it, was actually had so much rain that some of the coffins, and I'm not trying to be funny here, some of the coffins had actually unearthed, is what they called it, and were floating. I mean, that is just a tremendous, and it's not over. We actually continue to pray for our friends down there because once the water's got to go somewhere. Yeah. And I talked to one of my good pastor friends, Pastor Jim, down there in Somerville, where we've been down there a bunch of times.
I see that on the map all the time.
I'm telling you. And luckily, he said that it's bad. He said, but they're okay, and just a big need coming up. Later on, he said there's going to be a lot of things for the next couple of years. Just get things back down to normal. So just a lot of rain, but we got through it, Bullet. And of course, I had the opportunity Saturday night to go back down to Union. Of course, with the weather and the rain, some of the boys couldn't make the show, but it was just a neat little old show. Had a good little crowd, Bullet, down in Union. Our buddy Derek, Trans-South Wrestling. What was so just interesting, what I loved about it is I don't think the commission could get out. But but I hear a drum roll, Bullet. So the commission couldn't show up. I think they were like flooded in. But anyway, just a great little time. Had a good little match. This young kid never had met before, but he listened. Bullet, we started off just for a little rocky when he was working my arm, and he said, "I'm going to elbow you." And of course, I X-nayed that real quick. Moses throwed the brother. I throwed the bricks down, and then after that, everything was good. Okay,
you had to let him know who was in charge.
Oh yeah, I did. I said, "Brother," he said, "I'm well, but And everybody in that building was afraid to throw an elbow. Time I got done, the guy at the concession was afraid to throw an elbow. But after that, it's just like when in high school when you dated your dream girl, you kind of knew right off the bat how far you could go.
Yeah,
Bullet, seriously.
He was just trying to get the second base.
Yes, he was. He was, and he ain't even been up to bat.
But you had to explain to him that you're a lady.
Yes,
okay.
Very much. And I'm a lady, at least not on the first date. That was the first time we'd ever danced together, and maybe later if I like you. Okay, maybe under the dashboard lights. Very meatloafish.
Yes,
but very good point, Bullet, brother. Jack, not on the first date. That's all I'm saying. No elbow, no elbow on the first date. So a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. A lot of stuff going on this week. Of course, one of our favorite shows this coming Saturday, right back. It'll be the last one for this year, back at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Bullet, our famous outreach event, Saturday morning, 11 o'clock at the Speedway, Rock City Campgrounds. We know we go for the breakfast. That is no hidden secret.
Absolutely.
Just the breakfast. Just happened to be wrestling there.
Apparently they're happy that we're there.
Yes, exactly.
We're coming for the breakfast.
And Bullet, they told me this week, we've been going there for a long time, and they're just so appreciative of that. And we've been doing it for a long time.
At least
Bullet,
05 for me. I don't know how long for you. 05.
That's exactly. Oh, wow.
It was the third show that I was ever at in the North Carolina area.
Oh, Bullet. Of course, that's a story in itself when you just happen to be passing through. Okay, it's very Chuck Norris, this movie.
That's back when Ricky Morton had to change his son's diaper at the gimmick table. He's now in high school.
He sure is.
That's how long I've been doing that show.
Bullet, you have been here a while, my friend. So we'll be there Saturday morning.
The bags underneath my eyes say it.
It's all free. Free bacon, just one of the greatest breakfasts. Just a great time, Bullet. And we love all those people. So we just want to invite everybody out if they can come. And of course, you real quick. You got a lot of stuff going on, not like coming up, but a lot of stuff today. Yeah. Bullet, that a lot of these fans I know are interested in, but they may not believe it.
Yeah. Well, even that day we do the campground show. We're going to be wrestling in the morning. As of right now, I think I'm going to be doing 2 improv shows. I might only be doing one. If I'm going to do one, I'm going to do the late improv show at 10, and then do an open mic earlier. So I might be doing improv, stand-up, and wrestling in one day, not in one weekend.
Bullet. So, I love that. And this past Saturday, you finished up. Correct, right? You had 3. I think 3. That day, no, 2?
No, just one. We were going to have 2, but only 2 people showed up. And we decided...
You thought you was in Mooresville for George.
Yeah,
You were ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. I was ready to go. Now, apparently improv is not very good in front of 2 people. Now, in wrestling, it's the same thing. But wrestling will still charge ahead. Improv... people protect their art a little bit more.
Yes.
So, and also, too, you want these people to come back. Sometimes in wrestling, if only 2 people show up, you want to scare them away and make sure they'll never come back again. So,
right.
That was the case there. So I got to perform at least once again in improv, which October's going to be a big month for improv. I've been kind of lagging on that, so I'm going to get back on that again. And then, I'm also going to be in Greenville, South Carolina next Thursday. Doing stand-up again. So anybody in South Carolina, the Greenville area, make sure you show up. I guess there's a comedy zone or a satellite comedy zone in Greenville, South Carolina. I will be performing on the Fight Night competition.
Bullet. We expanded.
Apparently you don't need a license to do comedy down there. So everybody that's missed me performing in South Carolina, here's your chance. Here's your chance.
Oh, I love that,
Bullet. And to be like quite honest, I'm a better comedian than I'm a wrestler these days. Which kind of says some things right now.
I'm telling you, that picture of that you posted of you at the trash, but that was I love that picture. That was just that's Bullet. I want that will make my a museum. I'm just telling you, it was just. And if you notice, beyond the trash can, the place looked sold out. I don't know. It looked like there's a heck of a house, Bullet.
Yeah.
But I just thought
we'll go with that. Yeah. Yes, Sam.
But the most impressive thing that training here at Rings and High Spots, George South Wrestling School, you're always prepared. A man scout is always prepared. I marked out over the trash bag that was actually tied to the trash can. Yeah. You're a man scout is always prepared.
Exactly.
Bullet. I just want you to know, nobody else did. I noticed the trash
thing
bag.
With that garbage can, George. If you what people don't know about that is there's a couple of them around. Now, obviously, these outlaw guys, they want to do that spot. They'll just pick the nearest garbage can and do that, and they'll get trash all over.
Yes.
Now, me on the other hand, I'll hunt for that garbage can that nobody's been using.
Oh, I love that.
Even though that garbage can was on my head, guess what? Cleanest garbage can you ever seen in your life. The bag was in there, brand new bag. Nobody threw anything in there. So instead of getting trash all over me for the sake of the show, no, I'm much smarter than you think. So
very impressive.
I figured you would appreciate
That's very impressive there, Bullet. Very impressive. And the trash bag was probably cleaner than most canvases that we get on, Bullet. So
true.
very good point. All right, with all that going said, real quick, idiot of the week, Bullet.
Okay,
and this here, real quick, Bullet, we got our special bag. Bullet, this right here, people, I have probably got more heat and more comments on this situation than I have in a long time, which I don't care. I enjoy it. But anyway, Bullet, and I want to get this name straight because back in the day, back in my high school days, there was a best friend of mine named Jeff Long that we're still friends to this day. He lives in Gastonia. This is not Jeff Long. This is the idiot Jeff Long. I had an interview. A lot of times I'll share with you real quick, Bullet. People are always asking us to do stuff for free. Can you come and do this, do birthday parties, and they don't even really understand what they're doing. So basically, sometimes I just ignore them because I don't want to be mean, okay? This gentleman here, Jeff Long from Georgia, may just be the biggest idiot in the world. He sends me a list of his health problems. That's not why he's an idiot, because he's got health problems. But then he asked in the same message, can I bring a ring? Can I bring some guys to Georgia, find a building, and help him raise money to pay his medical bills? Now, Bullet, listen to him. This is not why he's an idiot. I just left that alone. That is so beyond common sense. I guess, first of all, there's no rings or wrestlers in Georgia. But anyway, that's a whole nother point. So anyway, I leave it alone. Bullet, 3 days later, he writes me back, and this is what I would probably punch him if I could see him and why he's going in the idiot bag, because he just basically says, some godly man you are. Now, Bullet, that's when I blow the gasket. Okay, seriously. Not because he asked. We get asked all the time.
Yeah,
but they always bring.
And sometimes it works out.
Yes.
Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's worthwhile. Sometimes it's a half an hour away from your house.
Oh,
sometimes
exactly.
Sometimes they're going to have a big buffet with it, and
that's
we're
exactly
right.
The food. And boy, I would give the shirt off my back to anybody because 9 times out of 10, I've took the shirt off of somebody's back because I shop at Value Village, which I'm very proud of. I'm not knocking Value Village.
There's a time and a place where it all works out.
But
down to Georgia,
holy cow!
You're gonna have to pass on that, and it's passing on charity. It's not like an obligation.
Yes.
But I think where you're taking the big contention is him to fire back at you
yes.
because you are not taking an opportunity to be charitable.
Yes, exactly. And they always, and this makes me so mad, is they always play the godly card. Well, you're an ungodly man for not coming down here. And that's what upset me the most, Bullet, because it ain't got nothing to do with being godly. I can't do it. If I was ungodly, I'm not doing it. But here's what got it. And then, right out of the blue, some lady that I'm not even friends with writes me and says, I'm just so mad at you. You're mean. She said, I cannot believe that you call that guy an idiot. And she said, I'm just glad we're not friends. Okay? So, I done got heat with this lady who I've never met, Bullet, which I could care less. I have not lost no sleep over this. All because this guy. Okay? Now, here's my whole problem, Bullet. It's been 2 weeks since all this happened. Nobody, and I wrote him back and I said, I guess there's no rings. And here's what he wrote back, Bullet. He said, well, you were referred to me. And I said, of course. Bullet, where we come from, referred means passing the buck. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm about to blow a gasket, Bullet, again. Listen, I was referred because nobody else wants to do it.
But here's the thing. If they looked at you like, oh, well, George is a Christian, he'll do it. That's like saying, oh, he's a mark.
That's
he's
exactly
dumb enough
right.
to do it. Or,
that's
hey,
exactly
I can
right.
use the fact that he's charitable. I can use
that's the point. Amen.
You.
Amen, Bullet.
And I think that's the bigger part of it. It's more of a situation. If he wants to call you you're a butthole,
yes,
it's when he brings your religion in it. It's
that's
like,
right. That upsets me. I would rather him said, "Well, you're just a cold-hearted butthole," and forget it. But to do that, like. And that really upset me.
It's almost like asking somebody who's Muslim and saying, "Oh, I knew you wouldn't do it because you're Muslim. Because you don't do it." Like,
that's exactly right.
That's not the case at all.
No,
the guy could be have other things going on. Or
That's
it could be
exactly
saying,
right.
So, oh, because you're Jewish, because you're tight with money.
That's exactly right.
You see how that could just be turned around on everybody's religion?
That's what upset me the most.
It's not part of the discussion.
That's right. It has nothing to do with it. Even the lady that put her 2 cents worth in and said, I'm just so glad we're not friends. She had no idea what she was even getting involved in. She didn't even know the story behind it. She just saw me being mean. But boy, I'm going to smarten up people real quick. We're going to get out of here. That's why Jeff Long, not the one I went to school with, but this other idiot from Georgia. Here's what's so funny. You would think, boy, I went to his Facebook page before I let him have it. He's sitting there with his arm around his wife, attractive wife. They're all waving, grinning. I'm thinking, did brother even ask his wife's family to help him?
He's obviously doing better than you are right now.
I want him to help me.
It's like the one charity we did with the one guy that got in the motocross accident.
Come walking, that's a true story. Come walking in with 4 girls.
Yeah, came in walking in with 2 girls.
Sure did, boy.
Underneath his arm, walking. We were under the impression this guy was on life support, about ready to die.
I swear
doing
that
a
happened.
charity for him. And so we were like, yeah, sure, we'll donate our time for this guy whose charity's banged up. He might not be able to show up. He comes walking in with a Fox Racing cap, which matches his Fox Racing shirt. And I know how much those things cost, with Timberlands on, with 2 girls on his arm, after I just got done wrestling twice that weekend, only made $50 total driving to New York and Connecticut.
That is a true story, and he sat ringside. I'll never forget that.
And he sat ringside, and we're doing a benefit for him.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to have a girlfriend, but you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
We are feeling bad for you and doing a
I'll
charity
never forget
for you.
him coming up saying, man, this is a great event. And that's when I've had enough. Well, so anyway, folks, listen, we'll do anything we can. But like you said, you got, folks, listen to me. I don't blame you. I'm not going to throw you an idiot bag if you ask, but you really got to look at the whole picture here, Bullet. I mean,
it's the comeback. It's a comeback.
Oh, exactly. And here's what I'm saying.
It's manipulating people.
It sure is. And even if I could do it, to ask my guys to leave their family. I mean, we're in Charlotte, and I even let him know that, but he didn't want to hear it. Just don't throw that Christian card at me. Well, I ain't got to hear. I got really upset over that.
And if you've never thrown that back at me, like Georgia can't make the show, and you'd be like, well, this is a church show. You've never thrown that back at me. And that's the important thing. So somebody throw that at you.
That's exactly right,
incorrect.
because I have learned, and I've always said it, and we'll get out of here, I've always said it, even to do a benefit requires money. I don't think nobody understands that. Even to raise money, it requires money. And that, I don't think nobody understands that. And so anyway, ended up blocking the guy. I love my block button, ended up blocking him. And that's what really upset me. And then when I find out who referred me, I don't mind being referred, but you got to use some common sense. And whoever I find out referred, it's just I think they passed the buck because they didn't want to deal with him. And if I'm wrong, then we would be hearing about this great big event that's taking place in Georgia with all these legends. Brother didn't even have a building. I think that's what upset me. Now it's hard enough to get a building here where we live, boy. So anyway, Jeff Long. And his attractive wife is going in the idiot bag.
Well, they are arm in arm, so.
Yeah, arm in arm. And the lady that stuck her 2 cents worth in that don't want to be my friend. So, we got 3 in the idiot bag. A great, great week, folks. Just a great, great week. It doesn't, but, Bullet, let me tell you something. I got to think of something better. I don't want to bring his name up, give him more publicity.
No, we've talked about him enough.
Yeah, enough. So, but, folks, if you got a spare moment, with cleaning up all the wet and all the mess, if you got a spare moment, something that you can do, this is corny, but anyway, anything.
No, I got you one better.
Okay.
If you're having trouble cleaning up all the water in South Carolina, we have plenty.
Oh, boy.
There are plenty of pages.
That's good. Boy.
In the second greatest book of all time to mop up all the water.
I love that. Boy.
And the second greatest book of all time is available at highspots.com. If you want to know more about what me and George are doing on the weekends or some of the past weekends, please follow me on Twitter @ManScoutManning and also on Instagram @ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
I wish I had stolen it. I'm going to steal that. Okay, boy. Great. Use that tonight on improv. Well, they got to be a way to use that.
Improv are going to be in the boat.
There's so much water in Columbia that my friend's got a book. And I told him to use his book.